Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to my one bar build. Here we are again, trying to clear a veteran dungeon. We are still running Order's Wrath Hexos. I did swap some things around, however, I am now running Lover and a sharpened Order's Wrath Maul. And I also swapped for Fighting Finesse for my blue CP. So I have Fighting Finesse, Reaving Blows, Master of Arms, and Weapons Expert. These two I feel are really helping me a lot. Fighting Finesse increases my crit damage as well as crit healing, which is really good for Reaving Blows, and it's also good for my skill Blood of Elder. This is going to give me some more healing, some more passive healing along with Reaving Blows, as well as give me a little weapon buff. Other than that, nothing else has really changed. So here we are at Crypt Parts 1. Here's the first boss. Should be easy peasy. So far so good. I just need to make sure I keep my Blood of Elder up. Keep my breath on him. Just keep swinging all day long on this little mage master. As you can see, the damage it feels like it's went up significantly as well. I keep saying that, but I feel like this time it actually has. I think a lot of that is due to actually increasing my penetration cap. See right there, I had 39k DPS, which is pretty darn good for heavy attacking with a two-hand weapon. And this should even further increase once Update 50 comes out with that power buff. We're just gonna swing by these guys relatively quick. We're just gonna go by them. Here we are at the next boss fight. So far has been very easy, peachy keen. Not really worried about taking damage too much. However, I am still going to be moving around as much as possible. I'm going to go ahead and pop my ult. I haven't done Crypt of Hearts in quite some time, and this is one of the better base game dungeons, I think. It gives us a little bit of fear there. That's okay. It didn't really do too much to me from that. This build has so much cleave in it. It's amazing with Carve. Carve, I feel like, is a pretty slept on spammable. You don't really see anyone use it as a spammable. But I feel like it's just so good for a one bar build because it does so many things in one skill, which is very vital when you're making a one bar build, especially when you're making a stamina one bar build, which I feel is even harder than it is doing a Magicka. So the Magicka one bar builds, all you gotta do is have a lightning staff and Sergeant's Mail, boom, there you go, there's your build. But whenever you're doing a heavy attack stamina build, you really got to think of what kind of skills you want to use. See, this go around, just from swapping some things around, I'm now getting 30k DPS on a steady basis. We do have a little bit of drop downs to 29k, but for the most part, 30k DPS, which is one of the main goals I wanted to try to achieve. The next main goal for this build probably is going to be trying to get 30k DPS as well as pin cap, which we already have pin cap with Major Breach. So we got those two things, but I also want armor cap. If I could get armor cap, pin cap, and have all this shields and passive healing, I feel like we got a very good build for the upcoming veteran DLC dungeons in the long run. That is my goal. But right now, it's not. Oh wow. Not needed as much. I had to pop my ult there because I had a little bit of a oh shit moment. Wasn't paying attention. When you're playing veteran mode, you gotta pay attention a little bit more. If I was doing it in normal mode, I wouldn't even be paying attention to these AoEs. This guy's a very easy boss. The most he does is just charges at you and has like a AoE right there. That's about all he does. He does stun luck you though from that. So many of these base game DLC dungeons just have a lot of CC in them. Anyway, he's almost a goner. Just a few more swings in and he'd be gone. Can I get out of that? No, I cannot. That's the only bad thing about being a melee. It's kind of hard to get out of situations like that. Unless you pre-plan ahead. Is there anything I need in this building? No. Okay, cool. Moving along, here we go to the next part. If I can remember. Do I open up this gate? Yes, I do. It's been so long. It's so much different whenever you're playing solo dungeons because majority of the time you're just following along with someone else and you're not really paying attention to the map very much. So whenever you're playing solo, you really start learning. Not only you start learning mechanics more, but you also learn the map a lot more. From what I've been noticing playing solo dungeons on this series here, I feel like I've learned a lot more. Paying attention to mechanics and paying attention to where I need to go. Slowly but surely, anyway. I'm not perfect by any means, however. But I am getting better and better every day. Which feels nice. Here we are killing some more ads. These ads are ass. They cannot hurt me whatsoever. Open the gate, please. I like Crypt parts. It's a pretty fun dungeon. It's one of them dungeons that has the Crypt parts 1 and 2. So we'll be seeing both of those. Very easy boss. A lot of DPS on him. End cap is so important for a melee build. I mean, look at that. 49k. Wow. Is this the last boss? Can't remember. I want to say the Lambris twins are the last boss, right? I'm gonna go ahead and pop my ulti. Excuse me. Wow. My DPS has just improved so much. Penetration is another thing that's slept on. It is vital, I think, when you're building a solo build, especially if it's melee. If you're running a heavy 1-bar using lightning staff, I think you'll be fine not having pin cap. But for a melee kind of build, you need it. Just something you don't really see in build guides and build videos. You don't really see any builds that have a high pin cap other than maybe for PvP focus. But penetration's not only good for PvP but also for PvE, especially when you're playing solo. So this build may actually do fairly decent in PvP as well. Especially later on if we figure out a good heavy heavy armor set to wear along with this. Now our critical rating might go down significantly, swapping to a heavy armor set, which could be a bad thing. We'll have to see that in the future. Oh, that was the last boss, because there's a scroll right there. Darn it. That's okay. Very quick dungeon. Very quick dungeon. I didn't realize how short this dungeon was. Wow. If I'm correct anyway, I believe this is the last boss. Very easy, honestly, for a duo boss. Normally there's a lot of pressure whenever you have a duo or trio boss, but so far, at least with this build, I'm not really getting hurt. Good thing is wearing Hexos. Not only, I'm getting a shield from Carve, I'm also getting it from Hexos, and whenever you spec in on the red CP for Bastion, those shields get buffed up significantly. Then whenever you have Reaping Blows and Fighting Finesse, you're really focusing in on to your healing as well. Wearing Order's Wrath as well gives you that extra critical healing and critical damage. So you could really be tanky for minimum effort. Order's Wrath is a very easy set to get a hold of. I mean, if you're not a crafter, maybe not so much, but if you have gold, you could just buy it from build traders. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my ult here. That way I could tank that even more. Just in case. You never know when there's going to be that one-shot AoE that you're not paying attention to. Looks like he's about to do it again. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and block that. Not a problem at all. Look at that. And we're still maintaining a steady 30k DPS. Man, I'm so happy about that. I love seeing 30k DPS. There it is. There's that boss. Wow, very quick dungeon. The little changes I made, I'm very happy with. Getting that 30k DPS feels amazing now. There's Crypt of Hearts 1. Next episode, we're going to do Crypt of Hearts 2. Crypt of Hearts 2 may be significantly harder. I know when we did City Dash 2, that was crazy hard. So let's see what happens in Crypt of Hearts 2. See you then, guys.